They hear Sandstorm, and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened. Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Gamecocks will boot it away to start the game. He'll call for the fair catch here. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Quarterback keeper. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Quarterback will keep it. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Cornhuskers are in the hurry-up. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Makes the grab. It's Jackson. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
What a disappointment. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Shakes off the tackle. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The give to the left. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. There's always that issue of conference pride and keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Just feeds the running back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. This is a design run, and the Gamecocks have a first down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. The give on the inside. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
What a fantastic play there from the linebacker position. You think about guys like Trev Alberts, Levante David, some of the Nebraska greats playing the linebacker spot. Those guys were able to run. And because of that, they could get to the quarterback when blitzing. This guy with his speed is a guy that they need to deploy time and time again.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets a block. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. The whole thought process is just get the ball back and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball, Reese. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution on that punt return.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Nebraska, 7. South Carolina, 0.
Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First down to start the drive after the break. Give to the running back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackles.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. Tackled immediately after the catch.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Direct snap. Keeps the legs moving. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. Bulldozes his way through. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And they tacked on the extra point.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
They're going to try for 2. Now, if you don't get this, you might be chasing points the rest of the game. A designed run for the quarterback. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he gives them the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Using his feet. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. And the Huskers headed quickly to the line. He'll take it himself. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boys, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
They go to the ground. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. He's got space. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
You know, you start day 1 training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ball State is currently ahead in this one, but let's remember, this program has just 1 bowl win all time, so nothing is a given in Muncie. They're up by 10 over the Coyotes. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Got his man quickly. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a first.
Going up top on first down. Unloads it left. And the ball is intercepted. Ripping through the defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So
trying to burn this defensive back. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
He'll start this drive firing. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. The Cornhuskers in the hurry up. On second down, they'll take to the air. Fires left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now, we got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Using the quick game. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Wants to throw on third down. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On fourth down, going to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff. Going for the return. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
They'll run it to the right. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
On first down from their own 22. Looking for room, it's Fox. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's got it down the middle. It's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure. After he makes the catch, that's a costly giveaway.
Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Soft spot in the middle. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He will be stopped short. The two-point conversion attempt is no good, and their bid to tie also goes by the boards. They're still down 2. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He brought that thing out of the end zone with the idea of making a play, but he didn't even get back to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Now on the option. Got a lot of running room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
As a defense, when you're trying to stop the run, it's really as simple as just doing your job. You have to have gap integrity up front. DBs need to come downhill and fill, and the defense wasn't able to get it done.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's running in the open. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
The Huskers get enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
How about this? They go empty on 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. And the Huskers moving quickly to the line. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. The Cornhuskers will line it up on 1st and 10.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the